Are you someone who listens to real, unsettling stories before you fall asleep? Or while the house is quiet and your mind starts to wander? Maybe it's during the small, ordinary moments when everything feels normal, but something doesn't. Tonight, you'll hear stories that were never meant to be explained. So sit back and listen carefully, because some of these might feel familiar. Welcome to Echoes of the Night. This story was submitted anonymously by a father who says something spoke through his baby monitor, and it wasn't his child. He lives in a small 2-bedroom house. Nothing fancy, just a normal place. His wife works early mornings, so most nights he's the one up with the baby. Their son was about 8 months old at the time, still waking up during the night, still needing the monitor on at all times. They kept the monitor on a small table next to the bed, volume low, just enough to hear if the baby started crying. Most nights, it was quiet. One night, around 2:30 a.m., he woke up. Not suddenly, just slowly, like something pulled him out of sleep. The room was dark, except for the faint glow of the monitor screen. At first, he thought he heard his son moving, but then he realized it wasn't movement. It was sound coming from the monitor, very faint, almost like interference. He reached over, picked it up, turned the volume up slightly. That's when he heard it. A whisper. Not clear words at first, just a voice. Low, close, like someone was right next to the microphone. He sat up in bed, listened carefully.
He's not asleep.
Walked down the hallway, barefoot, trying not to make noise. The house was completely still. No TV, no movement. Just that faint hum from the monitor in his hand. He opened the baby's door slowly. The room looked normal. Nightlight on, crib in the corner. His son, asleep. Peaceful, breathing normally. No one else in the room. The next night, he couldn't sleep. He stayed awake, just watching the monitor. Every few minutes, checking the screen. 2:28, 2:29, 2:30. The same sound came back, this time clearer.
I see you.
He froze. Slowly, he looked at the monitor screen. And that's when something felt wrong. The camera angle had changed. It wasn't pointing at the crib anymore. It was pointing toward the door, like it had been turned, and the door was slightly open. He ran into the room, checked everything. No one there, nothing out of place. He grabbed the monitor, about to turn it off. He unplugged it that night, bought a new monitor the next day. Different brand, different system. And nothing like that ever happened again. But he says, even now, he doesn't sleep through 2:30 a.m. anymore. Alright, so this next one, I'm not gonna lie, this one actually stuck with me a bit. It just feels a little too normal, like this could literally happen to anyone, which makes it worse. So the guy in this story, his name's Daniel. He's 27, works as a medical assistant at a clinic. Nothing crazy about his life, just early mornings, long shifts, dealing with patients all day. He lives alone in a small apartment, second floor, quiet building, mostly older neighbors. The kind of place where nothing really happens. And he's one of those people that has a routine, you know? Gets home around the same time, drops his keys in the same spot, turns the TV on just for background noise. Like everything is predictable. And that's important, because when something changes, You notice it. So that night, he stops to get food on the way home. Just a burger, fries, nothing special. He gets home, eats on the couch, scrolling through his phone. Completely normal night. Until his friends show up. Around 8, his friends Marcus and Luis come over. You know, those friends you've had forever, where you don't even have to try. You just sit there and talk. Marcus walks in and goes, "You didn't bring me food?" And Daniel's like, "You didn't ask." And Luis just laughs and goes, "That's messed up." Like, completely normal. They're just sitting there, watching random videos, and then Luis brings something up. He's like, "You ever seen those videos where people try to talk to whatever's in their house?" And Daniel just laughs it off. "What, like ghosts? That's fake." But Luis keeps pushing it. "Yeah, but what if it's not?" And for some reason, they don't drop it. So Marcus grabs his phone, starts recording. No candles, nothing like that. Just them sitting there. And he says, "All right, if there's anything here, give us a sign." They wait. Nothing happens. No sound, no movement. So they just laugh it off. Turn the TV back on, keep hanging out. And that should have been the end of it. But Daniel said, something felt off after that. Not obvious, just quieter. Around 10:30, they leave. Normal goodbyes. "All right, I'm heading out." "Yeah, me too. See you tomorrow." Door closes, and he's alone again. He locks the door, turns off the lights, gets ready for bed. Same routine. He's brushing his teeth, and then he hears something in the living room. Not loud, just something shifting. He stops, listens. Nothing. So he ignores it. Around 2 in the morning, he wakes up. The TV is on, static, and he knows he turned it off. He sits up, just staring into the living room. The light is on too, and then the volume starts going up. One step at a time, and he doesn't move because he can see the remote on the table across the room. He didn't sleep that night. Went to work the next morning like nothing happened. But he says, ever since then, things don't stay where he leaves them. Lights don't stay off. And sometimes he hears the TV turn on when he's not even home. I don't know. Maybe there's an explanation. But I'll say this. I wouldn't try that game. Not even as a joke. Because some things don't leave when you want them to.